The worst fashion advice is
sneakers that you should never wear.
So, what do you think? Is it overrated?
We can't stop. Do you think we can stop? I don't think so. Beautiful things are disappearing every day.
Fashion died in 2023.
I hate fashion.
Opinions and conversations help us expand our own way of thinking and possibly change our mind about a thought. These conversations are important not only for you, but for another. If your thoughts and beliefs are never challenged, you fundamentally can never truly grow in your own beliefs or faith. For if the opportunity arises where you may have an open discussion with someone who has a differing idea than you, can you possibly leave that conversation with your beliefs reaffirmed? Or you may leave questioning your own way of thought. And if we truly live in a world where we're not allowed to have open discussion about certain beliefs, topics, points, and maybe even your own opinion, can no one ever truly have communication with another to maybe change their mind about something and or share new ideas and thoughts that may have never crossed someone's mind? For you might be asking yourself this one question: what exactly are you and who are you? Well, you're a clump of different thoughts and ideas that formulate in your mind for you to come to your own conclusions about. No one ever has strict authority over how you view things. Now, one of the reasons is that we don't want to be brainwashed by the constant way of thought that we all have in terms of group thinking. If we're always subjugated to one thought or idea, will we never truly be able to explore maybe going down a different path? And I'm not saying that you need to change fully what you believe in, but you should allow open conversation with another party with a differing view. For this allows exploration, and also maybe you might convince the other party that maybe your own opinion or thought or belief was correct. Because the worst thing that you can possibly do for yourself is keep yourself in a box where you're never allowed new thoughts and new ideas, for that is harmful to not only you, but to everyone else around you, because you can also be that person that helps them chip away at new thoughts and ideas and possibly grow into something cooler, awesome, whatever. Moving on. Now, recently, the one question that I've asked myself is, what makes a good speaker? And that can be answered by a few characteristics here. Someone who's charismatic, confident, speaks with emotions which really captivate an audience. Not only that, but a voice that's clear and concise, which helps deliver those final blows to the people's frontal cortex that makes them feel as if they're being spoken directly to. And that really hooks someone when you make them feel like you're talking directly to them, as if you were sitting in a coffee shop, sitting right across from them, talking about whatever topic you had brought up. Now, I want to bring up two speakers that are fundamentally really great at what they do, but they're on vastly different playing fields in the sense of how extreme they are. Now, the first person that I want to talk about is MLK. And MLK was a powerhouse and an influential speaker with his charisma points completely maxed out. He had listeners feeling as if he was directly speaking to them, which only pushed his message to move crowds to protest and adopt his same ideologies. Of course, not everyone followed him, but many did. Now, if you gave this power into the wrong hands, you can also influence people to adopt horrible ideologies, which may cause them to enact destructive behaviors that harm others or themselves. A great example of a speaker who had such an influence that caused wars and outcasted a community of people was... Now, we can start to understand where I'm going with this. On a very great side, we have MLK, who had a just and righteous outspoken voice that only helped push history forward and helped people fight for something that needed to change. Yet, we have who also had this power of speech that not only targeted a group of people, but ultimately weaponized his following, which was convinced his ideologies he spoke of and his speeches made sense, and if anything, made them adopt a lifestyle of hatred and racism. Now, let's tie this back into fashion, because speech can really sell a person's ideas, which can persuade an audience to conform to their way of thought or opinion on whatever subject they decide to chat about. The more the following the speaker has, the better their words will carry. For the larger the following, the easier it is for people to trust them and their ideology. For ideas can translate into questions like, do you really need to buy into this trend or this style? You might question yourself since it's packaged in a well thought out trends you need to get into video for you to ultimately fall into. The problem with fashion content is that most people's first source of information and opinion will be pipelined into many of the large creators who most likely will influence their way of thought about fashion, whether that's good or bad, that's up to debate. Typically, this person may branch out or stay loyal to one person's own ideologies, but to allow yourself to be influenced by one source can be very destructive to your own self. But I say this to you, don't be discouraged by the consistent flow of information, but try to listen to other way of thoughts, and don't be so attracted to one creator. Find your own opinions by questioning even what I say, or what others say as well. But a lot of the times people are so influenced by the impact that these people give in terms of their speech and also how much following they have, and if they see that a large crowd of people are able to, if anything, believe in what they're saying, they also will be influenced by not only the speaker, but by the crowd of people that are around them. For it's easier to have trust in somebody with a larger social standing in the sense of, I would say, reviews where they're, if anything, going to believe them more than someone who has less of a following and or less comments and likes. For if I made a YouTube video speaking about fashion tips you suck at, and someone else did the same video, same thumbnail, same premise, but one had a larger amount of views, you're most likely going to click on the video that has the most large amount of views, because if anything, that was something that was either, consisted as a good video, for people were clicking on the video, had watched it, and YouTube pushed it because it must be good content. We're able to kind of justify that maybe this was a good video and this had a really good reviews based off the comment sections and people praising the person and or likes and stuff, but like I mentioned this before, the higher the influence that the person has, it's very easy to get a lot of yes men and or people that are just mindlessly consuming the content where they mindlessly believe what the creator has to say about whatever that might be. When you start developing large groups of people that are influenced truly by what you're saying, you're able to not only influence the people that already follow you, but new people that come around, for it's super easy to get engaged by large view counts, following, and also comment sections that are, if not only, positive. Now, the problem with being a speaker or an influencer is that you have a lot of control in the terms of how you'd like to influence and interact with your audience. And that's dangerous. Because let's say we platform a character who doesn't necessarily have the best in mind for others, or is just putting out balls ideologies that can ultimately change people's perspectives and pressure people to do something that isn't necessarily needed. I mean, like haul videos or trend videos push the need to get more. I plan on making a video on the pickup pandemic videos we see, and sure, I'm not exempt from it fully, yet let's be real here, my closet is all secondhand, it's a small curation, and I sleep on a mattress on the ground. It doesn't get any more broke than that. But anyway, my main message is speech is powerful, as it will attain following, and with following, you will inevitably be trusted. But I ask you as a viewer, should you really trust strangers on the internet? For I myself, I am not someone you know, no matter who you think I am. Now you should probably question everyone and remain skeptical, especially the ones that sell you a curated idea that they're a good person. And I leave you with this, don't even trust me. And one last thing, your opinion doesn't matter if all you do is ever just believe what's fed to you on the internet, through the news, and through other people's ideologies that are being constantly shown to you. You must make that decision for yourself and come to your own conclusions, because if you're dictated by what someone else says and what someone gives to you, then you're not truly being yourself. And you will always be forever influenced by so many others. For if you only follow the rules or the regulations or the ideologies of everyone else, and you don't even ask yourself or question what's being fed to you, can you really say you're one of those free thinkers? At the end of the day, my main message is just remain skeptical of everyone and try not to be heavily influenced by what everyone tells you to do, whether it's to buy this, to get this new thing, you need to buy this, whatever. No matter who they are to you, no matter how cool you think they are or whatever, they are ultimately selling you. I mean, people are salesmen, right? We are salesmen. I'm selling you this ideology right now as we speak. I'm trying to tell you to not follow everyone, right? Not to develop your one-sided opinions based off what someone says. You're supposed to kind of come up with that on your own, really, and just go on your own path. Sure, people might persuade you to move towards a different path and go and do this other thing that might be beneficial for you, but ultimately they don't know who you are, they don't know your lifestyle, they don't know your experience, so it might not necessarily work best for you. So you shouldn't just blindly follow people in what they have to say. Even myself, as I said at the end of this video, really. It's a dangerous road to go down, and I'm very afraid of a lot of people that just instantly trust these online curated personalities that we just watch and we consume. I mean, I see it all the time, you know, everyone just believes this one person, what they have to say, what they say goes, and it doesn't matter because it's the person they follow and they look up to. That's dangerous. I mean, sometimes your role models aren't necessarily the greatest people. Behind closed doors, they're evil. I don't know. These are questions you need to ask yourself. Like, I mean, am I really trustworthy? I live on a floor mattress. This is my entire wardrobe. Do I really have extensive knowledge of fashion? Or is that something I'm selling to you? I don't know. I'm not saying that like I'm not trustworthy. But again, you know, I'm contradicting myself. Like, you can't really trust me. All right, I'm done with my rant, so I'll see you in the next one. Just finished picture taking the bag, and yeah, then we can like post it and then finally release it pretty soon. When are we gonna release it?
Hopefully this month.
When? What day?
Really good question. As fast as we can get our shit together. Once I'm able to edit the pictures and get them on the social media, get the website orchestrated, then the bag will be released.
Do you like how the final sample came out?
Absolutely, and I want it really bad.
What do you like about it?
I love that it's organic, and I really love, well, first of all, I love that these are big enough to actually hold a drink. I love that, as somebody that's super detail oriented, I love all the little details of the stitching and the staples and having, you know, these suede organic kind of openings, like that represents this pulling, and then the leather we use is already really organic just in itself, and so we already see a lot of pulling and, you know, stretching and like almost bondage elements that I think these little holes really show off. And then I also really love this detail that I was trying to photograph earlier, where these organic pulling lines completely blend into the underground seam, and then on the back side it continues all the way around. So it's just those little details that to me make, you know, a piece valuable, worth it. And then we've got a lot of silver grommets hardware, you know, long strings. And then something else that's really fun is JQ has the first sample that we ever produced of the bag, and this is the second. So we have the corresponding staples.
Yeah, but yours is a bit thicker.
Mine, I mean, obviously we can tell a little bit of the differences just between the two, right? Like,
Mine's also been worn in for like 4 or 5 months.
like daily bag, like
yeah, I
every
use this
day.
like every day. And you can see I have my little point and shoot in here. That's what I take pictures on sometimes.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously it's a little big on me right now because I need to adjust the straps a little bit, but I would see myself using this every single day. I'll go a little hair.
What's a fit breakdown?
Oh goodness, right now?
Yeah,
really?
might as well.
Okay.
Might as well.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
can't really talk about the pants, but
Sample pants.
sample pants, original sample pants of can't specify, but you got the Nike shoes, the only socks that I had with tabby toes. Got a little bolero because, you know, I gotta be modest. And then this shirt, I actually got this in Los Angeles, but I forgot the brand. But it goes all the way.
Gatekeep. Gatekeep.
It's a vintage, I don't know, vintage, something vintage. Very basic. It's hot in New York. Gucci necklace. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a lot better.
How do I look?
You look nice. Nice and dapper.
We got Gui's back zips. Vintage. These are from the DSM sale that I went to. I got these for $100. They're pretty cool. They don't fit me though. I'm too big. Need to lose a little weight. I'm wearing this twisted asymmetrical shirt collar. Look at it's like really wide and big on me. It's like very light material. I wear it during the summer only usually because it's so light and flowy. And I got it for free. It's from Entrum. Thank you, Entrum. He sent this to me. Appreciate him. I got the sample bag that I wear all the time. Obviously, I put my my cameras in there. And then I have my necklace that a few people ask about. It's Yoji. And then I have my hair.
Do a little 360 spin. Wow.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Also, I've been lagging with content because I've been trying to find an apartment for a really long time. I got the deets on a new place, hopefully. I don't know if I'm gonna get it soon or not, and I also don't know when I'm gonna put this video out or when I'm gonna put this in, but I'm hoping I'm gonna be in a new place, editing and doing other stuff, but yeah, it's kind of rough. Also, I really want to get a haircut because my hair is really long right now. I really want to cut all of it off, but I don't know, at some point, well, look at all the finance people. I also have no clue where we're at right now, so we're just exploring. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank the Patreon for me being able to not have ads on these videos. I thank you so much for everyone that helped me, flashing them on screen. I appreciate y'all. And remember to check out my Patreon, link in description. You're able to join the Discord and do a lot of cool things in there. And I sometimes chat with people in there, so if you want to chat to me directly and you want to call me mean names and say I suck at my content, please feel free to join the Discord through that, and I'll see you there. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching the content, viewing my own thoughts and opinions, and I'd like you to leave your own thoughts and opinions down below and having open discussion with other people, for that's exactly what I want in terms of a community. So please feel free to do that, whether you agreed with me or disagreed with me, or maybe you have a new thought to throw out in there into the void. I'd love to read it. But anyway, this is where I end the video, and I will catch you in the next one at some point, and I'll see you. So have a good one, and remain hypercritical and skeptical, even if it's me. See ya.